Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. Back with more GregTech New Horizons. As you can probably already see, I've finally installed that modernity texture pack. It's looking pretty good so far. More of it's starting to look like modern, like Nomi Factory and or what is it, Moni Factory in like 1.20, 1.21 era. Like, it's starting to look more like that now. It looks a lot better already. I do see some textures are a little weird, like the barrels being like the front of a vanilla barrel there. There's a little bit of oddities that's going to take getting used to what existing items look like now. I'm going to stick with the texture pack for a little while, see if I like it overall. So far I do. But we're going to phase out the Jabba barrels anyway, so that's not going to be a big deal. And in the end, we're going to be using like custom drawers. All these are going to get busted down and used for upgrade templates. I just haven't decided what like kind of drawer I'm going to actually build. So goal for the rest of tonight is to get the existing like manual machine lines set back up. So yeah, over here is going to be probably up there is going to be, like on a second floor, is going to be the last of the stuff. Yeah. So I've kind of decided I might set the manual machines up like on a second floor up here, I think. And then just have like a staircase right here that goes up to the second floor and just set up the manual machine lines up there since they're not going to be very tall. Rather than doing it, you know, all the way over here like I was going to do. So, I think that'll work a little bit better overall. The alarm is probably going to sound here for a second. Just, ear warning. 6 a.m. there. Oh, man. Yeah. So you're just getting up then, I assume. Alright, we're gonna put one there, and then we're gonna put the rest of them in here. But yeah, like, these textures are the same as, like, modern CEU, I'm pretty sure. I especially recognize these for the bronze-plated bricks and stuff. Exactly the same. Like, not everything is textured yet. Like, you can already see, like, you know, this is literally the same as it always is. So. But that pack seems to be perpetually a work in progress anyway, so I kind of expect that, you know. So yeah, I think we're going to take and do a second floor up there, probably right above the second, like we're going to skip one there and put the floor like right there, I think. And do it that way. Or we can just do, there's also this. There's also this. It's 64 bucket capacity, like, per block. And aluminum's a lot easier to get than steel, so you can always quadruple it. That's always an option. Yeah, I've definitely decided I'm gonna get rid of most of this concrete eventually. Once I come up with a design, it'll probably just be pathways like through the factory that I can run over. And we'll do the rest of it in, like, say, like the purple factory block or something like that, or Tyrian blocks. I'll figure something out over the next few days. Oh, hey, the basalt actually looks like basalt now. What do you know? Black granite still doesn't. Oh yeah, I'm liking most of these. Alright. I'm just looking through the textures here to kind of get an idea real quick. I've noticed certain things have changed, like, dramatically already. besides the usual GregTech stuff, like that changed a lot, you know. Yeah, the chisel looks more like a, almost more like a better version of a Tinker's Construct chisel now. So it actually looks more like a chisel instead of a giant, like paint scraper sort of thing. Like the original sprite did. What do I want to do for a floor here? Yeah, the Sterling water pump is like crazy different. Check that out. Kind of interesting. Though it is kind of a really, really dark texture. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to get used to things like the casings like looking like this again. And like plates looking almost like ingots but smaller and stuff like that. So some significant differences in everything. What's the concrete looking like? No difference yet. How do I want to do this? Like, honestly, I'm thinking, maybe something along this line. Yeah, we could do, like, something like that, maybe, for the second floor. And then we'll still have concrete pathways and stuff like that. I need to get rid of all this trash out of my inventory before I even try. I have way too much junk on me right now. Alright. Yeah, like, all the machines look different. The sleeping bag looks like the modern one. Yeah. Just totally different textures there. Wow. Oh, let's see. We can make more translocators. Yeah, we got those that actually look modern instead of looking like a kind of weird thing. Nice. Let's see. They're in these barrels. They look way different now. Like, that's what's gonna trip me up is, like, a lot of the plates. Like, yeah, they did give them, you know, like, different, like, curved designs for, like, softer metals like this. But it's still gonna trip me up a little bit, you know? I do like the looks of the cells, though. They actually look like a cell now, and not just a can with no lid. So, oh yeah, now you can immediately tell the difference between a mold and an extruder shape. That's nice. Really like that change. Let's see. We'll take that. This concrete can just turn back into light concrete and go away. And yeah, I think all I'm gonna get done is just setting up the manual machines up there. Probably not much more than that tonight, I don't think. I don't want to stay up too late, really trying to get my sleep back on track, and here I am getting engrossed in GregTech again, so yeah. Probably gonna go about as well as expected, you know? We don't need the infinite chopper or that. Don't even need the sock mallets. Or the crowbar, there's just no point. Either for this, if I make a mistake, I guess. Mainly just need that. Alright. So it's not going to be a very, like, huge area that we need. Because this is just the manual machine lines. Alright. Kind of try this, see how I like it. I may change it. I just need some stairs. Should have something in here somewhere that I have enough of, right? Like, I don't care what it is, as long as it's, like, decent. I mean, brick stairs are an option, stone brick. Probably use the brick to just go with the factory theme for now. Okay, so I gotta figure this spacing out, so that'll be 1. That's so hard to follow. 9, 10, 11 from there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so it would go kind of like this, probably. And this is just temporary, so I'll probably be using carpenter's stairs for like a custom block or something. Yeah, because I'm already out. I really don't want to waste that many bricks, so let's just go with a little bit of this too. Why not, right? The other classic GregTech, just use whatever you have. It doesn't matter if it makes any sense. Okay, and we can do like this. Go in the immediate area around it. Kind of like that. Alright. So now we can just kind of fill this in and see if I like it. I may or may not change this. That's why I'm just testing right now. Let's get some lighting up here and see if I like this or not. I know this is basically non-negotiable right here. This is basically going to stay like this. I mean, yeah, it kind of works. Give it that. It does kind of work. Let me try a couple other blocks. I don't want to use Z-tones, though, because of, you know, mob spawns if the repellator fails. So, definitely. I want to use these wireframe blocks, like, underneath the machine areas, so those are kind of reserved for that. We could do the diamond plating like this, maybe. Let's give that a try, see what that looks like, too. Let's just kind of go right here with it. Yeah, there we go. That's better, I think. I just do, like, diamond plating and, catwalks and stuff like that eventually. That'll look pretty good. I like that. Let's get rid of the Tyrian and get more factory blocks for now. The Tyrian is definitely getting used downstairs. Like that's also non-negotiable. You know, like these styles of blocks. We're probably going to be using something like this for the walls, I think, downstairs. Maybe even, you know, yeah, like this, or maybe even like that block. You know, and we can use like these blocks, like these here for these blue ones and purple ones for like different platforms and stuff, I'm thinking. So. Alright, so we don't need a very big platform here. Now, the ground floor down there is 100% non-negotiable too. It's literally going to be this. Like, I can guarantee you 100% the majority of the floor is going to look like that. So, that's my favorite block. I may as well use it somewhere in the base, you know? Yeah, and then we can put those on there. And then just kind of expand this out a little bit. It doesn't have to be that big, so... I should probably get the builder's one, if I can figure out what it looks like here. May have to do the NEI trick to figure that out. That's if it's in my inventory. May not be. Let's see. Nope, it's not in my inventory. I think I need to expand this out by one more, too, because I'm going to bonk my head on that, like, so much. That it's just crazy. Okay, that's a little bit better right there. That's the netherrack scythe, crossbow, precision shears. There it is. Okay, it doesn't look that different, surprisingly. It's just got the more correct diamond colors for modern Minecraft. I almost misclicked that, just FYI. Let's just go with that. Yeah, because you can see this is only going to work for, like, short things, and it just so happens that the manual machine lines are really short, so it just works out. It's not always going to be this dark either. I just got to get some proper lights made, and then we'll be in good shape. For now, we're just going to use the old-fashioned. Ouch. Oopsie. Alright. That'll work. Let me come up here. We'll have our basics up here, like the wire mill, bending machine, you know, lathe, and extruders and stuff like that, just right here. I mean, they're super easily accessible. Yeah, you could really hear the boilers up there on the roof cranking away, that's for sure. It's a bummer sound physics breaks so much stuff, you know? A really, really big bummer. I wish it didn't, but it does. So, I am going to have to make some more of those pipes, for sure. That's not going to be anywhere near enough. I know that. Let's see. So we should be fine to just, like, do this line like this. Like, I don't know if it needs to be that long, but what I'll probably do is have, like, LV back here, you know? Since these pipes are cheaper, we'll have, like, LV over here. And then have, like, MV, like, right here or something. I want to just have both accessible, you know? Because I still use the LV machines if I need to process, like, more than one thing at a time. So. And the LV doesn't need that much to run, so these just kind of work out. It's definitely not ideal, though. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, I know thing. Trust me, I know. Oof, 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 oof. Yep. Yep, I know. Trust me. And bed missing or obstructed. Oopsie. Oh, the graves look way different now. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a massive change. And there you can still see some unfinished textures right here. They're so different between the two there. Alright, let's actually do this proper this time, now that I can reach the rest of it. I mean, gotta ratchet up the death count somehow, right? Like it wouldn't be New Horizons if we didn't. Alright, we're gonna hot put it again here. Alright, that works. That looks right. Gotta do what you gotta do. I just wish we had vanilla scaffolds, but we don't. We only got the crappy IC2 scaffold, which is, well, garbage. And then eventually I'll get, like, dark steel pipes and stuff, which will really help. Like, that's gonna be such a massive improvement. Perfect. And yeah, I'll eventually have like railings on here and everything once I see what size this actually needs to be. I don't think it's going to need to be that big. Like the EBF is going to go like downstairs here, so there's no need for that to be upstairs, so I'm not even going to bother. I need to reset up my tinkers and crafting too, so I'll do that as well. Let's see, let's just pull all the basic machines here. It's nice being able to now like easily see which ones are LV and which ones are MV. It's a lot nicer. Because yeah, we'll use this for the MV section. I'll have to make some more. Let's see, this should just be only the mostly EBF stuff, which looks like it is. I need to get that thing back up and running, you know what I mean? So that, every second that's not running is just costing me and time in the end. Looking for where I put that other Bartworks pump. I don't even see it. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea where I put that thing. Well then. Let's see, we're gonna get some hoppers. And just some standard barrels will do fine here. Iron barrel for the plate machine, because that thing is kind of crazy. There's no need to burn diamond barrels for every single one of these, obviously. Yeah, we'll try and set up the steam plant like tomorrow or the day after. The actual steam plant. So we won't have to worry about that garbage anymore. Hopefully. That's why I got 3 crop managers there. Just because I know we're going to need it. And I got all the other stuff right here for the 2 boilers. I will need to get some more obsidian though, and then we got enough for like more coke ovens than you know what to do with. Obviously. Alright, let's see. So basic assembly machine, that's fine. And yeah, most of this is just gonna have like hopper barrel sort of setup. Like that sort of thing. It's because that's all it really needs. You know, and of course it's subject to change. Everything is, but... I wish you could change these with the wrench, but you can't. Like, you actually gotta jump every time. It's kind of weird. There we go. And then I'll run through and just mass set all of the auto outputs. Alright, so we got the assembler. And it also, yeah, it would help if I plug in the power, wouldn't it? This ain't gonna do anything. What am I... See, this is why I usually don't stream this late. Right here. Because dumb things happen. It definitely helps when you plug in the steam turbines first. Like, obviously, right? Let's see. Basic turbines. There they are. Let's get them plugged in. Where are they? It's gonna take a minute to get used to the textures. I'm gonna have to make more MV because this is gonna get retired like fairly quick. So I'm only gonna set up like the most used ones that I definitely need, like the basic assembly machine, stuff like that. Okay, do we have the bender here? Let's see, we really don't need the centrifuge. That's trash, obviously, because we have a better one down there. The wire mill, that's like the most important machine. Fluid extractor. We're gonna make an MV fluid extractor, so I'm not worried about that. Same with this. I wish there was a multi-block extractor. I really do, but I don't know of one, and it's kind of a bummer. Let's do the circuit assembler right next to the assembly machine. Circuit assembler. I might put the fluid extractor right here next to that, but we're doing like large batches of circuits. So, yeah, I think we'll do the fluid extractor there. I think of it, that would be a good idea. Most of the stuff used in this is LV fluid extractor anyway, because it's just like soldering alloy and crap like that. So we really don't need anything else there. Wire mill doesn't need anything fancy. Come on. There we go. Jeez. What was that? Okay, so now let's set up the bender and crap like that. I need the scanner. I'm gonna set this one up like fairly like early because I'm gonna be doing a lot of crops and stuff, so we'll kind of set it there for now. Let's see, we're going to make an MV version of this, but I'm going to need it like for now. It'll go right there. Fluid solidifier's kind of doo-doo. Same with the basic extruder. Well, the lathe can go there, because that's still useful for making screws. Like, why don't you do the whole, like, bolt thing? That's the easiest way to make it into a screw, so... obviously, the bending machine, that's kind of necessary. Let's see, canning machine. We're gonna need a lot of canning machines, I know that much. We can have a basic mixer for now. That'll probably get repurposed for other uses. So polarizer, that's kind of a requirement for motors. Distillery and canning machine, not at the moment. Let's see, what else do we have here? Basic electrolyzer is trash. Like, this just needs to be MV, like that. We literally just need to make the multi for, but this is used for washing for diamonds, which I'm gonna have to do, so I may as well set that up. Let's see. Basic centrifuge is doo-doo. Really, most of these are kind of trash, not gonna lie. At this point, so we'll probably just set up the distillery and the brewery, I think. Wherever that went. Let's see. It's the distillery. The brewery, I think I made MV, didn't I? Yeah, that's right. I made an MV brewery. Okay. We got room for 4 more machines, so we just need to decide which 4 we're gonna do here. Probably a canning machine is gonna be okay. Autoclave is fine. Fluid canner. This is used for making batteries, and I want to make electric tools, so we're kind of gonna need that. Well, the basic chemical reactor is probably okay. So, the autoclave should probably go, like, over here, honestly. Because it's going to need water, so... Let's see, that's the ore washing plant, so... Yeah, we're gonna kind of go and, do that, like, right over there, I think. So let's, take this, get it out of here for now. We can just leave those markings on there. They literally don't matter. So we're going to do basic steam turbine autoclave. And then we'll have our Stirling pump right on in here. Like that. That way we can still auto feed this stuff in. Really? You gonna work for all but the last one? Are you serious thing? There we go. Like, what the heck? Distillery. Our washing plant. And the autoclave. Perfect. And then we just go bam, bam, bam. All the way across. Just like that. Let me just go in here and turn all of the item auto outputs on, except for the fluid extractor. That's kind of pointless, as it outputs fluids. Okay, and then we can get a little bit of burnable material in there just to get it going for now. Let's see, I should have a little small amount of cactus sugar coke. That should be more than enough. I probably don't even need all of this, to be perfectly honest with you. Because it only needs to make like 32 buckets of fluid. It's really not much, so... Alright, so now we can at least start running LV right there. Now we need to run an MV line up to here next. Obviously. And then, yeah, EBF is going to get its, like, own line, because we're going to have the wall-shared EBFs eventually. I just got to make the rest of the blocks for it. I know, rip power. Let's just say that right now. I very much know the power is just going to die from it. That's basically a given at this point. That one's got all the EBF components. Coins. I need to grab the MV machines. Of which every one of them is going to go in. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I got the rolling machine. I don't even know what this is useful for. Literally just fences, apparently. Railcraft fences is the only thing it does. That came out of loot somewhere, if I remember right. Hello. Yeah, it's a lot of storage right now. It's, I haven't consolidated, like, completely yet. I just, like, finished moving most of this stuff into this space. So, that's kind of why it looks, like, really goofy right now. I am just trying to find my other MV machines. There they are. Yeah. 4 advanced extruders if you really want to kill the power right now. Because we're running entirely off 24 advanced solar boilers at the moment. But nothing's actually, like, doing anything right now, so it's fine. Ah, here it is. Yeah, forgot about these, yeah. The basic cutting machine obviously needs to come with me, but we'll worry about that in a second. I just want to get the MV line set up and wired now. Let's see, that's the human meat. Where does that go? In here, right here. Yeah, I do have the materials to set up the railcraft boilers right here, like the full-size high-pressure ones. And I'm almost have enough coke ovens for like 64 of them. I want 64 coke ovens, so just so I create a surplus of charcoal so I can still run the bricked blast furnaces at the same time. And I'm hoping this will be enough power to kind of get me to the point where I can start setting up like oil and all of that stuff, like the benzene and everything like that. So as long as it's enough to get there, I'm fine with it. That's all that matters. Let's see. We need a hammer. Here. We need huge potent fluid pipes. Rip that hammer. Let's do this. 10. Perfect. Another stack of those. Do a whole bunch more of these. I want another hammer down the drain. Burning through all the old hammers, so that's good. I didn't want them anyway. Yeah, the fluid heater thing. Yeah, one of these right here, yeah. You just consume other power and use this to create steam, yeah. I wonder, is this more efficient? see, milk to fresh milk, water to heated water, water to steam. Oh, wow. Yeah, I doubt that. That would be funny if it was, but I don't think it is at this point. It would probably consume far more power than it would generate. At least I would hope it does, because that's what would make sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would figure. Like, I'm probably gonna do that at first, too. Like, use another source of steam for the oil processing. To not, like, completely just nuke the main tank almost immediately, because it's gonna drop like no tomorrow under heavy usage with what I'm running. It's like all these steam multis, if all of this is going at once, this thing's just gonna plummet like crazy, so get rid of that. Cannot wait until I get enough steel to be able to use catwalks. I cannot wait. That day can't come soon enough, because these things are hot garbage right here. For that. Alright, I have to have another hammer in here somewhere. Definitely not that one. We got a diamond hammer that I had to make for the quest. Is that really all I have for hammers? Yep. Nice. All the hot garbage is gone. That's good. This should be really, really durable. So. Should last a very long time. Until I start crafting, like, entire inventories of crap, then it won't, but... Let's see here. Boom and boom. It goes all the way to the top of the tank. There. Want to make sure it didn't try and connect to the inside. Nope. We're good. Yeah, I just installed the Modernity texture pack, so you're gonna see me get confused with the textures a lot until I get used to it again. It's been a little bit since I've played Moni Factory, so... I need to take these off real quick so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. If I remember right, there's a key to toggle that. I just haven't set it. So, yeah, the MV line will kind of start a little farther over, I think. Yeah, kind of like right here. We're just going to have to do it like this. Rather than on this side. I should have used the one farther out that way, but eh. It is what it is. It's like they say, if it works, it works. Right? Alright, let's see here. Advanced brewery. That can go way down here at the end. It helps if you plug the power in, though. I'm being an idiot again. There we go. Advanced brewery can go way down here at the end, because don't use it very often, so... Same thing with the chemical reactor. And the chemical bath. That's going to be needed for cooling down the Cantho once I get to that point. See, the electrolyzer is going to be one of the most used things. I'll probably move it over slightly, though. I do want the advanced assembly machine and the extruder definitely on the end. Yes, I made 4 extruders. I was getting sick and tired of waiting on things to extrude. When I needed things like Tinker's parts that take like 1500 seconds to extrude, I'm just like, this buffer can last 1500 seconds. Screw it. You know? And let's see, the sifter can go right here, mixer can go right there. Yeah, I finished most of this stuff up down there earlier today. Now I'm just doing this late night stream to just get all this stuff hooked up, get the EBF back on, and all that good stuff. I need to set up a chest with the extruder molds right here too. I'll probably just like stick one like into the wall right there. Into the pillar. Wow, that placement was really bad. The lighting will get a lot better once I have, like, proper lighting. For now, it's like, eh. We're gonna have to do what we have, you know? For the moment. So this will be where all the extruder molds are gonna go. It's so nice having modern barrels now, so you can just do stuff like this. Or before, I would have had to do some weird crap to make this work. It's a lot better than what we used to have to do. Yeah, they're so good. Because you could just spam the ever-living crap out of these things and have zero effect on the FPS, pretty much. Like, I've also played on a vanilla, like, Skyblock server in 1.21, and we just use these things everywhere, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. We're used to, we had a chest room that had like 5,500 double chests in it on there. And, oh boy, was it bad. Let me tell you. It crippled this PC. This thing's a 12900K and a 4080, and it crippled it. From that, even with, like, the enhanced block entities mods and all that stuff that, like, heavily optimizes that. It was just that bad. If you can believe that one. I was just utterly shocked at how bad it ran. Let's see, where's the structural up there? Yeah, we did get iron barrels. I forgot to put that on the bender over there. I want that on the bender because I make so many freaking plates, it's almost insane. So. Okay, yeah. Because my advanced bender is like somewhere down here hooked up. Yeah. Right here. Then we'll have to get this cutting machine hooked up on the LV line. Oh, it was. I mean, it's partially my fault for hoarding so much crap. And it still runs better than what it did in a previous map on that same server way back in the day, long before sodium even existed. That was fun, let me tell you. Like 816 double chests of melon slice storage, anyone? Don't ask. Like, it was bad. Yeah. It was really, really bad. Do not do that in an old version of the game like this without, like, something other than Optifine. Like, with sodium here, it's fine, but before that, oh, geez, was it bad. Now that we got a sodium backport, we don't have to worry about that no more. Even the smeltery that's notorious for, like, nuking the frame rate just doesn't even affect it anymore. It's so nice. Like, when I was playing Material Energy Hypercubed a couple years ago, like, the smeltery was, like, the worst thing for the frame rate, because it's a 1.7.10 pack, and, oh. Oh, God. OG Buildcraft. Oh, yeah. Yeah, too many quarries in OG Buildcraft where everything was like an actual entity running through the pipe. Oh, God. I remember those days. That was bad. That was genuinely bad. Is the only way to describe it. Like, there's not much worse than that. That's why the Ender Quarry was, like, revolutionary. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, you can tick accelerate the literal hell out of that thing, and effect on the frame rate and tick rate is basically zero. Like, that was another thing I did in Material Energy Hypercube. Like, once I completed everything, I sucked up all of the spatial areas into an Ender Quarry, one after another, just to get the rest of the loot out of them, to see what it was. 7 chunks per second I had that thing tick accelerated to. More torcherinos that I want to admit were used in that process. Far more torcherinos than I want to admit. As in, keyword, it was hundreds. Literally hundreds. So it's like that was something else. So we'll worry about the 3 extra advanced extruders, like, once I actually have more steam turbines. We're kind of out here. And I cannot see a freaking thing here. That might help a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna do much, like, back there, but, I mean, yeah, that does, like, nothing. So we'll just go, like, right, probably here again. We just gotta do what we gotta do to be able to at least see what's happening here. I am liking the look of this overall, though. It's looking pretty nice, despite how simple it is. And, like, there's gonna be, like, a block palette with, like, all of, like, the cracked bricks, and I'm gonna use some different blocks in here. It's just, I wanted to get the base back up and running and functional before I even try, you know? What are you wrenching thing? The offhand really is screwy still. Because they got rid of the Mine and Blade Battle Gear offhand slot, and this one is a little bit, like, dumb still. I mean, it works, and it's nice that I can, like, now hold the healing axe, like, here all the time when I'm doing something else. But still, yeah, I am terrible at building. Hence the classic GregTech box. So, yeah, it's good for holding the healing axe in, I'll give it that much. If you want to see just how bad I am at building, yeah, this is the old crop farms. Oh wow, I just noticed these are different. That's new. That's not what that normally looks like, and that looks absolutely horrible, to be honest. But yeah. So just the bare bones, just dirt, like just build it over a lake. And yeah, the chiseled cobble box, the power plant was like here and like dug up under there and then over here. You can already hear mobs dying everywhere. Yeah, and then it's just literally a cobble box. The smeltery is still here because there's an infernal region witch inside there. So I've got to get a way to capture infernals before I move this thing. But yeah, you can see it. It was just all cobble. And like I had the steam multis up here and over here. This was all the coke ovens. Steam tank was obviously right here and it just came in the top. And machine lines were right here. Like EBF was smashed into the staircase. You can see where part of it's cut out. Because I kind of built the staircase around the EBF while it was there. Then this was just the storage, and like drying racks were just all up and down this. It was cramped. That's why I had to move out. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep this here because I mean, might as well just leave the history of hey, this is how bad it looked in the beginning, you know. And like I've already killed the Twilight and Nether portals. My Nether portal was just in that little witchery house. So yeah, that's what I ran with before right there. It just yuck, you know. But this is similar to what I built on my old world, just bigger. Like a lot bigger. And there's going to be an underground floor here as well. I am probably going to move to the personal dimension too once I unlock it. I mean, I have more experience playing Skyblock style maps than I do like normal worlds, so it kind of fits me in a way. I build better when I don't have to build around the terrain that exists, you know? I can do a little bit easier time. But yeah, this is all going to get excavated down, and a second floor is going to go in here. We're going to have farms and crops, like, over here on this little hill, like, kind of flatten the top out. Yeah, that's after the rocket, as the personal dimension. That's kind of my goal this time around, is to get the personal dimension. And then see whether I want to continue with the grind, you know, after that or not. And yeah, the last millennium's also a good option. I do want to unlock that as well. If I get that before the personal dimension, I might start building some stuff in there. You got your warp trap there. Oh, man. But yeah, the farms are going to be here. There's oil down here, so I'm just going to do, like, long-distance fluid pipes to get it over here. I'll probably process it. I'll, like, build a little refinery, like, right over here or something. And then just process it there and just pop it right on over to the main base here. That was from intentionally walking on steam pipes. If you're curious what that death was. Yeah, you can see the steam plant on the roof up there. All the coke ovens and the railcraft boilers are going to go down here once it's all excavated out. Where's the staircase? It's way over there. Yeah, I ran into some caves and other kinds of nonsense there. And like, this isn't going to be where it enters. That was just temporary. The storage was just slapped in here around it. Oh yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at so far. Probably keep the EBFs, like, over this way for now. I mean, it's probably fine if I put the brick blast furnaces, like, way off in that corner. In fact, I should probably go ahead and get those back up and running, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see. There's the BBFs. Iron dust. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of steel there that I just didn't, like, take out yet. I gotta run these dark ashes through the centrifuge real quick. Let's see. That's the grinder. This is the centrifuge right here. I have to get used to the layout again. Yep, it's working and it's staying full. Perfect. Just confirmation that I got all the pipe disaster wired up correctly. Because it's a disaster. Let's face it. Alright, yeah. Thank you for dropping by, too. I'm looking forward to the next one. I do this, like, probably anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week, typically, and then I've been playing ukulele, just a blind run of that, on the other days that I stream. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's really nice, so it's a really good game if you haven't played them yet. I would highly recommend it. It's made by the same people who made like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64 and all those old games. It is a collect-a-thon, but it's been a lot of fun so far. Ooh, the concrete's getting me again. It's too fast. Yeah, and thank you for the follow, too. Oh, that. You know what? I can pull that out later. That's fine. Alright, now we can pull these out right here. This should be more than far enough away to, like, the moderate pollution effect shouldn't, like, cause any problems for when I set the farms and stuff up down there. So it should be perfectly a-okay here. Let's see, where's my actual controller blocks? Right there. Perfect. Kind of nice not having to slap these in the nether anymore. I don't have to worry about that. Got a big enough area to just do it this way. And do I want to light it up like up there? Probably. I should probably just make more of these, to be perfectly honest with you. That would be wise. Until I can fully automate the other ones. So I'm a little ways away from being able to fully automate the rest of it. Alright, I'll at least get one going. I can probably just take the items and put them in the other so they're just at least working here. At least 3 of them anyway. Alright, that works. It won't take long at all to run over it. There's even some aura nodes in here. Like one right there. I think there's at least two somewhere in here. They're pretty close to each other. They're both like in that general area. The ones that I know of anyway. So that's kind of funny. Oh, nice. We're up to 1,500 steel. I might be able to actually do some multi-upgrades and stuff with that. Yeah, I got 1,000 aluminum now, so we're looking good. For how long this stuff... Oh, I thought that was an aura node, but nope. Yeah, for how long this stuff hasn't been running for, it's not the end of the world. At least. Let's see, barrels. I just got way too much crap in my inventory again. What was I grabbing? Iron dust. Where is it? Find the right texture. Probably in one of the barrels over here. Yeah, there it is. And then the charcoal is over here. Right, let's get these things, like, fully up and running. And then we'll get the EBF set up and going after that. Alright, there we go. At least get steel production, like, online for now. Not the best thing ever, but it works. It's a lot of coal dust. And I have a ridiculous amount of carbon at this point. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that. It just keeps building up, like, more and more and more. Like, I need to process the ashes somehow at some point, too. So those are starting to become a problem again. We need to get the tool forge. I need to get the bed up so I don't spawn outside that building, like, in the middle of the night. Because that would be really, really bad if I did. That's good enough for now, right there. Alright, so the way I do these is we'll have them in the floor again. That works really, really well. And then we'll have like a diamond barrel in there. Just right in the middle of everything. Let's see, where are my diamond barrels at? That's iron barrels. There's all the EBF parts. We're gonna need... What was it? The large bronze. Huge bronze was to run 1. So we're going to go the full pipe on this stuff. What sucks is this time around, I do not have any of the fancy stuff either. So that's gonna kind of suck in a way. I mean, fancy stuff meaning duct tape. Don't have any. That's something I need to work towards, is getting duct tape, because I'm going to have to make the soldering iron to get that thing online again. Let's see, I should probably just use the redstone alloy that I made. Wait, it's at least lossless. We'll save a minuscule amount of resources. And we need to coat that with some rubber plates. Do I even have rubber plates? Oh yeah, I do. This probably needs to be done in the assembler. Yeah, it does. Okay. It's like if it don't work there, it's an assembler recipe. That's because it's technically a like MV tier sort of wire, even though it's LV power. Everything like at that point is all universally just those recipes. So, I should have expected that. Let's get some of this other crud out of my inventory, and I'm stuck. Fail. Let's see. Framing table can go right here. Not like that. Things with multi-block tables. We get at least Deco Craft. That's the biggest offender for that. And this will be my portable crafting station. I really should make that like portable backpack thing. I just haven't done it. Too lazy to bother right now. Let's see here. What was I looking for? Liquid rubber. That's right. I probably don't have any liquid rubber. Nope. I see 2 items cell empty, but they're not empty. That's funny. Good job, IC2. Yep. That's IC2 for you. Alright, come back to that. Yep, I recognize that texture too. I recognize a lot of these, except for stuff like this, because like Railcraft isn't in modern Minecraft that I know of. Alright, so I left this here specifically for the EBF. How do I want to do this? Probably like this. That way I can come behind it and do any maintenance that's required. It's mainly going to be upgrading pipes and eventually just replacing it with oil and stuff. Alright, we need the 4 steam turbines. Where's my turbines at? What the heck? Okay, so... let's see. Do I want these on the ground? Or do I want to raise the EBF up too? I think I want to raise the EBF up a little bit too. Just like a block off the ground like these, just for consistency's sake. Yeah, I got a large potent in there. That's all I really need right now, but... let's see, where's it? Right there. Now we need a thing of factory block as well. The technical stays as is. Factory goes to that. We can probably go ahead and get those wires coated. So fluid extractor should be done, and that's probably way too much. 824 usually for generic processing recipes. Yep, 0 loss. The only kind of cable I accept. It's just you're kind of given no choice but to use lossy cables when you first set the thing up. Not now. Alright, so how do I want to set this up here? Let's see, we'll probably just start this like over here. So I probably want to leave a little room for maintenance there. So we'll start it like right here. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so this is going to be the cable. Let's get this already pre-wired and ready, just like that. Just make sure this needs to wrench the other way around. Okay, now we can connect it. I mean, I get why it does that. It's a protection against stupidity. But sometimes it's annoying when you know you're hooking up the right thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do get why it's like that. It's literally a protection against you blowing your base up. So. Actually don't need to do that. Just need to get the turbines and get them wired up correctly here. Okay, so we need to base it that way, like so. And we can come in here and do that. Alright, that should be getting power. Yeah, perfect. This needs to be put like that. And we need to cut those off. This isn't strictly necessary, but I just do it anyway, just for consistency's sake. So you don't actually have to do it to those. I really cannot tell if that's connected or not. Yes it is. Alright. Okay, that should be power sorted. We're gonna test with something like stupidly cheap at first, just to make sure the thing is set up correctly, because I made that mistake the last time and it was not set up correctly. And I forgot to raise it up. Oops. Oh well. Yeah. I should probably do that. Let's do that. I want it raised off the ground so I can do the chests, like, properly. Otherwise the chests just get weird. So, oh my god, please stop. Okay, let's see. Hooking this up is a bit of a pain at first. Alright, now we're in business. So. Yeah, right there. And this wire will be kind of off the ground now. So let's hook up our hatches. Where's our 2 LV energy hatches. Here and here. We can hook up the wires directly. Yeah. Alright. Now we're in business. So now I need to get the pipes going. Oops, that's the wrong tool. But yeah, that's definitely like something you don't actually have to do when you go to do these. You don't have to hook the last block like that. It's just assumed at that point that that's where it's going. And it's just like if I was to do the same thing and plug this in too to tell it only go here. You know, it's just going to ignore it because it doesn't have anywhere to go, so... I gotta make sure this is wired up correctly. The other one is too. Alright, we should be in business. Keyword should be in business. Maintenance hatch can just go along the back for now. Okay, bottom, middle block is garbage. Let's see, where is the input hatch? Right here. Let's go. Output hatch right there. Then we're gonna go input bus right here and controller block right here. I may rotate the input bus. You know what? Let's do input hatch. I get a better idea. Output hatch. Input bus right here. And we need the output bus over here. That makes a lot more sense than what I was about to do. Alright. Start. Typical Cooper-Nickel coils. I wonder if these have the proper, like, glowy effect like the, like standard GregTech ones do now. Guess we're about to find out soon. Should I be funny and just obstruct the output anyway? As in leave the block right above it, air, and then obstruct above that? Just like I did at the old base. Yeah, it definitely looks the part for the modern GregTech one. Give it that. Alright. Alright, gotta see what I need to do. Circuitry burned out, screwdriver, soft mallet, soldering iron, and crowbar. It's like, oh, GregTech, you and your needless maintenance mechanic. There's that. There's that. Okay, soldering iron and screwdrivers now. That gives me 2 more cable to expand the line out, which is nice. I'll eventually turn the maintenance hatch so it's on the side when I start doing like other ways. I might have to move it up to the top, actually. Yeah, I'll probably have to move the maintenance hatches up on the top somewhere. I'll figure something out. They're definitely going to move, though, when I start wall sharing. There's no other way around it. screwdrivers are over here somewhere. And I do not have a soldering iron, so we're gonna have to make one. I did whatever the bypass was the last time. I forget what the bypass was. I think I just used duct tape on the thing. If I remember right. Did I say here, no more maintenance issues. So. Alright, I need to find my diamond barrels, whatever I did with the things, right here. So that's one texture I don't, like, super like, is the iron and diamond barrel, like, look the same in the inventory. Like that. Like, they genuinely look the same from just normal viewing distance. So... you gotta be kidding me. I'm one short on translocators. Really? Boo. That sucks. Alright. Well, for now, we're just gonna go old-fashioned mode. There. Done. Alright. Now, just gotta make that iron, and we're good. Let's see, let's get all this crud out of my inventory that I'm not going to need. Same with that too, we don't need that. I need to grab a diamond barrel, get it right in there. So now we can share the inventory between all 4 crafting stations. Yeah, let's get this iron made right here. Okay, it's a... steel rod. We'll use a vanadium steel bolt. And then a rubber sheet. Okay. Let's see. Lithium batteries. Rubber sheet. There they are. Okay. Yeah. Vanadium steel rod. We'll cut that up. I don't think I've made any vanadium steel bolts or anything, so yeah, steel rod, vanadium steel, we'll just throw up here. I gotta remember my machines are upstairs now. I will forget that. Here it is. Like, I can guarantee I'm gonna forget that constantly until I learn the new layout here. And then we need a small lithium battery that I might have some somewhere in this wreck. Yep, there it is. All right, perfect. Then we use our steel bolt and a file. Go get one. I should have a lot of files in here. I do remember what those look like. And you burn through a freaking ton of these things. It's almost insane. Okay, can we not use what I expected, can't we? This is all the, like, super, like, crazy ones, yeah. Can't tell me I can't use what I'm trying to use, right? Oh, it's because it just uses an iron rod. That's why. Let's see, extruder rod. There we go. Alright, I'll be back in a second. There's some weird noise going on in the background. I gotta figure out what it is. Well, I figured out what it was. It's one of our dogs. Our Chihuahua was scratching herself, and she was doing it right up against my door to my room. I was like, oh, that's why. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see, this just goes in any LV machine. And I believe you need like the alloy. I think I made a literal ton of this stuff, if I remember right. There should be some molten in here somewhere, I think. Yep, right there. We'll just see what it uses. I don't remember exactly what it uses. Ton. There. Better than duct tape. Yes, it is for now. Yeah, that's right. I forgot this thing makes the wires draw like that. Okay, it just uses the ingot. Alright. You're just mad because I haven't bonked you yet. Perfect. Alright, now we just gotta test it. Hopefully I did it right. I wonder if they'll figure out what causes that Angelica bug right there. So that's the spare water tank. I'm looking for the rest of the crafting stuff. Here it is. One of these has got the smeltery parts in it, and the other one has the normal one. That one's got the smeltery parts. So, probably just gonna go like that. Part builder and stencil table there. So I can still access them. Yep, perfect. And this one has all of the smeltery related bits in it. Alright, what else do I need here real quick? Let's see, we can't set this up until, like, get the smeltery moved over, but I want to deal with the witch before I start doing that, because I don't want to get killed by an infernal witch that's also, I believe, ghastly is one of its traits, too. So, it's not a fun time when you open that thing up to, like, clear the blood out of it. I get webbed almost immediately, for one. And then if I don't close that thing up like super quick, it just starts blasting. Like, that thing is extremely angry at me. And it's been in that smeltery for quite some time now, so I'm not surprised. Let's see. We need to make just a steel ingot just to test this thing. That's EV. Here we go. Nope. I mean, we can do that recipe to test it. I'm fine with sacrificing a steel dust if it doesn't work. I just want to know if it works. Why are there ashes in there? What does steel dust look like in this version? Right there. Alright, time for the test. Here we go. See if I got this thing set back up correctly or not. Okay. This just EBFs on circuit 1. Alright, does it work? It's gonna be ultra loud. And the machine sound still breaks, even with that on. Interesting. Alright, looks like it's working, so that's good. I got it set up right. And then once I start wall sharing, each one needs its own maintenance hatch. I'm going to have to do some wizardry to fit the maintenance hatch in for each one. It gets a little goofy when you start making long lines of these. I got to remember the layout that works. I think it's just maintenance hatch up here, if I remember right. So once I get more of these, I'll move it up there. For now, not worried. So. Let's keep that there, and then we're just going to start busting things out with the hammer and replacing them with the right blocks now. So I want to start getting the blocks underneath the like machine areas done real quick. Shouldn't take me that long, and then I'll probably end off for the night there. I want to try and get my sleep even more back on track. I've been getting to sleep like way too late recently. Let's see, we want factory blocks for this, so... we're gonna go with probably this, the purple wireframe. Let's get a bunch of that made. Here, I can tell immediately, like, right what I need to break out here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, and I'll pick apart like more block pallets and stuff like that over the next couple of weeks. And start beautifying the place up a little bit. I want to get a little bit of variety in here. But the next few days are mostly just going to be, like next few days of streams are mostly just going to be setting up the basic automations. Like I need to get the greenhouse over there started and, you know, start getting the crop farm set up. I got to finish excavating enough down here. I'm just going to excavate enough right now to set up the steam plant. And then I'll excavate the rest of it, like, over the next week or two. I don't need the space, like, right this minute, except for enough for the steam plant, so I'm not, you know, super worried. It'll get done. But yeah, there's gonna be another layer of, like, ceiling with lights in it. They're probably gonna be different lights. I'm gonna have a different, like, scheme down here. That way you don't see, like, all of this stuff in the floor over it. And then, we're gonna have, like, Tyrion, like, probably either walls or floors or some combination of Tyrion somewhere. The floor is going to be mostly purple factory blocks and probably concrete of some sort or asphalt in, like, the walkways. Most of that's going to get done, like, over time, so. Like, I'll start messing around with, you know, block pallets, like, here in a corner or something, just to see what looks good. Like, it's going to be the same general, like, idea here as this. Gonna have same kind of pillars, just different blocks. And then, like, same kind of, like, trussing and reinforcement up here, just different blocks, probably. This one may end up being the same block, because there's not very many that work well for that. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna do for tonight. And I just started yawning, so... Like, I got some free room here. Yes, it worked. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna start working on getting the ability to just constantly push steel through one of these. And we're gonna, like, getting one automated for aluminum and stuff like that. Like, for right now, this works for what it's gonna be used for, which is just batches of things. So yeah, I may work a little off camera. You might see me, like, mess with a little section of the wall, like maybe right here by tomorrow. Like, I'm just gonna test, like, block pallets here and down there in the corner just to see what looks good. So yeah, that'll be it for me for tonight. I will be back tomorrow, most likely. Same time as, like, my usual streams, around 1 p.m. Pacific. Or noon to 1 p.m. It's noon now, I think, because time changed. Time doesn't change where I live, so it throws me off making the schedule with times where time does change, because I'm not used to it. So I've lived here since 1997, so... Like, having to deal with daylight savings time is confusing for somebody who doesn't have to deal with it. But yeah, I will see everybody tomorrow. It's like around noon Pacific time. I think that's 3 p.m. Eastern right now, if I remember right. But yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow. We'll start hooking up some automations and stuff, hopefully. All right, bye everyone.